going to recreate this table by going into the insert tab, and here we can see that there is a command which is for tables. Let's add a table. You can see the numbers of table that we want to insert table or draw table. Let's set our draw table and let's set it to this. This is the area that we have created now. Now we can, here we have the insert below, insert right, and columns. So let's set insert row. We have one row, two rows. Now we have three rows. So let's actually set another row, insert above, and we can also insert some columns. Okay, how many columns we need? We need 4. Insert to the. Now once we have set this, we can actually set the height of these rows and columns. Right click and table properties. Here in the row column, we can set and specify the height. Now it's 4.15 cm, which is too high. Let's set it to 1.5 cm. Click OK, and you can see it has reduced the height of this column. So let's again, of the row. Let's select this and set to table properties and specify height. Again, let's set it to 1 cm. So now it keeps on adding up. We have added more rows actually. So let's select all these rows and set it to table properties and set it to 1 cm. Okay, so now it's all 1 cm left. Now we have to reset this table back, so we have accidentally pushed it down. So let's delete the spaces. Let's push it up. So now it will be formatted fields. Here, let's check if any spacing has been done. So let's set all this row height into the table properties with a row height of 1 cm. Okay, it's all set as 1 cm. 1 cm height with a equal spacing. So let's place in the text height and let's set it on the left side while maintaining the text in the center position. Here we can also set the row, and we can have this position is either using the table properties, row, table, left, right, or center. We can have it center alignment. We can have it on the right, and we can have it on the left. Okay. That we have inserted our table, let's push it a little bit up so it will be closer to our reference file. So let's move it a little bit. So now we have to create and follow this file. So how do we do it? First, we set this first border will be placed on this side. So here you hover over the line and these 2 arrow buttons will show up. Press the left mouse button and drag it to your required position. Now the next column here, you need to set it on this position. So let's set it here. Hover over the line again and wait for the arrows to appear and drag it. Now we have set this, and this. Now how do we set this type of table without this line? So what we can do is here. And here we can actually set it to right click and set merge cell. It means it's going to merge these 2 cells. So just press merge cell and it automatically creates 1 space. Now we don't have any other special here. We also need to merge this cell. So we can create this. So let's select all these 3 spaces. Right click and merge cell. So now we have followed this one. Now let's just copy all these words so we don't have to retype it again. Here, copy, and this we have to copy. Okay. So now let's set this text, select it, and select it, right click, and go to table properties, Here in the cell alignment, we can set the vertical alignment into center, so it will be center of the row. Here we follow it same as this profile. So these two are bold, so let's follow that thing. And here we need to merge this into one. So let's right click once you select and merge. So now let's place the number 1 and that. So let's undo the bold signs or unbold button. Now we right click again and go to, so right click, table properties, and set it on the vertical alignment. Set it at center, click OK. So it will place at the center. Now let's tightly copy this. Now set it on the left side, press the left alignment, and select these words and let's put it there. Now let's copy all the other remaining words. This, don't worry about it. Copy, paste, copy, press Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste. This is the shortcut key. We're using it. Actually, you can also select this and copy, and here you can paste. Let's paste it as text. Now we have one more rows we need, so let's select this, and here we can insert another row. Once you right click, select all this row, insert, you can insert row above or below. Let's insert it below, so it will have this. Now to reformat this again, select this, right click and merge cell. Now we have to copy this, select, copy, and here paste text. Copy this guy, 24, copy, Ctrl V, I'm using the shortcut key. Here Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Here Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Here Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Let's say you accidentally select here, you want to make it faster. See what will happen when we press it here and control space. So that is also another way of copying the files. Now another way of copying all this table into our new table. We can actually erase this, all this data. And we can select, starting from here, press select copy, and let's set paste. Select our position where we want to place it. Here, the first data you see it automatically show you how it will end up. Here, it will show you how it is placed in. And here, on the third cell, which is over that cell, it will show you how it is copied in the same position, but it also copied the borders at the same time. So if you want to set the text, it will go much worse. I think just place it using this. But you also have copied the same border form. So that is how it works. Or let's undo it. Let's place it as a default place. Place special. So now, once we have copied this, let's place it as special, and let's use HTML format. Click OK, and it will follow the same position or text division. Now let's realign this and set it to left. This one will maintain at center, and this one will be at center. So we're following the format now, and let's unbold this because this is not bold. And this is all Arial, so we have to have it all Arial. Now let's follow it. If you want to be creative and place something like this, change the border size, you can select here, select all, and here in the border you can actually change it. Under the border, all border, outside border, you can change the settings, have it create more into a more displayed borders. Here we have the borders and shape. Now we have the border style. So you can have a hidden border style, which is this is the preview. Here to create this, we need to select the border that is here, which this is this type or this style, and let's reduce the point to import and click. Now you can see we have followed the same borders that they have. So this is a table created in a Word doc. Now we also have a shading. We can actually shade this area same as what we have done. Let's go to borders again, borders and shading, and in the shading we can set the color. Here we can specify the color. Let's see what color they have placed on. Let's match it as close as to that color. Here, hit OK, hit OK. Now we have shaded this part, and you want to select this part. You want to shade this. You can also shade it under the borders and borders and shade. Here we need to go to shading and select the color. It's easier now. We have the color outright, but it's not that the same, so it's lighter. So let's go back and select this. You just have to be within that space to change the color. So let's set it into a lighter one. Now we have it. Here also you have to be within the space. Change border and shading, and set the shading and set the color. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here we only have to select this, border and shading, and shading. Here the color will be this light. Okay. So you have to select the word itself. So only select and place your position here. It will shade everything else. So here we have to shade this as our position to shade this space, border and shading, and here we also have to shade this part, borders and shading under the home tab, shading, and set the color. Now we have copied the same, almost the same, but the color is different, so we'll just let it go. But this is definitely created in Word documents, and this is how to insert or create a table in Word document.